Well, back at it, it's been a good day for us. Obviously, we had a good win, and we had a great crowd last week, and there's a lot of excitement on campus. I think there's a lot of excitement in the community, and so as a coaching staff, we have to get back to work. And I think there's been a lot of talk about us being ranked, and I want to say that we are very excited about that. I know that I don't really get excited about a lot of things during this time of the year just because our coaching staff and we're firm believers in working in preparation and doing everything we can to give our players the best opportunity to win on Saturday. But I do think it's very good, and I'm excited for the team. I'm excited for everybody that's involved in building this football program to a championship level. Ultimately is what we want to get to. I think we took a good step last week. One thing that we had talked to the team about for the last 10 days was that when we played in that game last year down there, they were tougher than we were. And I think I actually mentioned that in the post-game conference, that they hit harder than we did. They handled the elements better than we did, and they were tougher. And so we challenged them to be the tougher team last Saturday night, and I thought that they did a good job of taking care of business. I thought that we hit and blocked well and were physical and running the football, and so it was a good win for us. And obviously we're in league play now, and I think that everybody's aware that from this point on the teams get bigger and faster and stronger and much more depth, and it'll be very important for us to prepare well, to stay focused. The game plan stay relatively simple, take care of the football, try to force turnovers, play well on special teams, not give up big plays. So that's what our goal is, and obviously today is the first day.
Mike, through the 4 wins, have you seen the improvement that you wanted to see to get to a certain point heading into the Big 12 opener?
Well, I think our football team's better now than we have been in the last few years at this time. I like where our football program is in general, and I think all that kind of trickles down. I still say that you're really going to find out how good you are as the season goes on. It's very important that you stay healthy, keep guys fresh. The mental aspect of the team and their chemistry and how they care about each other is so much more important than I think most people realize. I've coached on teams that weren't very good and probably played a lot better and won more games than they should have, and then I've been on teams and coached on teams that should have won more games, but they really didn't care as much about each other as they should have. So I think that we're going to find out, but I like where we're at right now as a football team, and we just have to keep pressing on.
I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but so many things go into game planning and play calling. You know that you've done it a long time. Mm-hmm. You've talked about this staff, how it works together. The chemistry in that offensive meeting room and what you guys do in preparing has got to be pretty special. I mean, the way this offense is going.
Well, it's a lot of fun. I know that I'm having more fun now as a coach than I've had in the last 4 years. I enjoy this part of it, and I give a lot of credit to the guys in the offensive staff room. It's fun for me to be in there with them and be involved in that more so than just sitting behind a desk. The last couple of years, myself personally, I'm speaking and answering the question, I got back in there and learned the style of offense and really enjoyed it. And the guys in that room do a good job. They work at it. They take pride in it. It's not always the most pleasant room to be in. There's times it's pretty rough in there. Call time out for a little while and come back 10 minutes later and start over. But that means that you have several guys in there that have a strong opinion of what they think we should do in order to give ourselves a chance to move the ball and score points. And then ultimately we have to come up with the best idea. So it's fun to be in there. It's enjoyable, and try to keep them together as long as we can.
Last few weeks, though, have you had to call any timeouts and take those 10-minute breaks?
Oh yeah, it's about every day. It happens. It happens all the time. I mean, it's just when you have a lot of guys that have strong opinions in one room, that's what happens.
Who's the referee who calls the timeouts?
There's not a referee because we have a big table. Everybody sits around, and you're not allowed to go on the other side of the table. You have to keep your space. Like this. It doesn't. I mean, it's not a physical deal, but it gets pretty good in there. I mean, I have been involved in some. I have seen some good physical coaches wrestling matches in over how to block a draw or a counter before, but that hasn't happened in that room yet. So.
Can you give us kind of generic examples of like over alignment, play call? What would you?
Oh, just there's more than the old saying. There's more than one way. More than one is to skin a cat, and one guy feels strongly about attacking a blitz this way, and one guy will feel strongly about doing it this way, but you can only do so many because whatever you get instilled into players is a lot more important than what we know. So we can't do it all. So we have to compromise and say this is what we're going to do. And one guy's had success at another school or here in the past doing it that way. One guy's had success doing it this way, and he firmly believes in it and won't give in, and that's how it all gets started. And then somebody will go get cut-ups from 5 years ago and show how they had success, and he'll go get his cut-ups, and everybody's showing them the cut-ups, and then by the end of the day, we usually throw them both out and just go back to handing the ball off to Spud. It's usually what happens.
If you make the final decision.
Not always. Not always, no. In that meeting room?
Yeah.
No. And I'm getting a little personal here, which is I try to avoid doing this, but when I go in the offensive meeting room, I've told them I'm the same as they are. When I'm in the other room, then I have to make the final decision. But when I'm in that room with them as an offensive coach, I'm the same as everybody else in that room.
You leave your head coaching title at the door?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I shouldn't be in there and then feel like that they're not able to comment or express their opinion and get trumped by a guy that's so-called higher than them, and they may know more about it than the guy that's higher than them.
What changes have you had to make as far as time management to enable yourself to spend time in that offensive room?
Well, my family gets cheated because I get up very early Sunday morning, come to work now. So that's really where it's changed for me. I mean, we still work late at nights, 10:30, 11 o'clock. But Sunday mornings is where my change has been. Most of my change have taken place.
How much time do you estimate in a week you spend in the offensive room that you weren't spending last year?
Well, I was in there last year all the time. I just wasn't calling plays last
Before
year.
you went in there then, how much?
A lot, because I spend a lot of time in my office watching Oprah. Let me think here. Boy, Terry, there's a lot of hours. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to guess, 6 to 2. What's that, 8 hours? And then after practice, 6, 7-ish to 10-ish. So that's 3 more. So that's 11 hours in there during the day.
Does it take away from the time that you'd be doing something else as a head coach then? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it takes away from other things. So you have to find more time to allocate toward recruiting other times, which for me is a lot of paperwork and recruiting that's done on Sunday mornings and then late at nights.